Hello yogis, my name is Tony Fudge and I will be guiding you through a hot hips practice. We're going to need 2 blocks for our practice, so find those, maybe books or pillows if you don't have any blocks, and just place them beside your mat, one on either side, about midway down the mat. So just like this, and then when you're ready, we're going to find our back. Coming into a Supta Baddha Konasana. So you're going to take the palms of the feet together, the knees spread wide. Maybe you even need your blocks underneath the knees here for support. And then let's take our hand, one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Close your eyes and start to just connect here in this moment. Taking big inhales. And take a big exhale, let it go. Let's take another big inhale here. And exhale, let it go. One more big inhale. Let's hold at the top. And then sip in a little bit more air. And a little bit more. Hold. And then as you exhale, side out, let it go. And allow yourself to find a little bit of stillness here. Keeping your eyes closed. Big inhales through your nose and exhales through your nose. Finding that slight restriction of the back of the throat. Find that Ujjayi breath. Allowing the breath to fill up the belly. And the exhales, you melt a little deeper. And soften, let go. Starting to really connect here in the present moment. Connect with your body and your breath. Maybe noticing the temperature of the room, noises around you. Becoming ultra aware of this present moment right here, right now. There's nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, but lay here and breathe. Starting to disconnect from anything that is not serving you in this moment, leaving it off of your mat. And just take a few more breaths here. Really connecting to this moment, connecting to your breath. And then maybe take an intention or a mantra for your practice. Start to cultivate that now. A word or a sentence that keeps you present here when your mind starts to wander. I am centered, I am focused, I am balanced. Let go. Maybe it's just inhale or exhale. Maybe it's surrender. Take it and repeat it to yourself a few times here. Allowing this word or mantra to come back into your mind whenever the mind starts to wander into different things, moments, situations. Just bring it back to this. And just know that my voice is just a guide for your practice. Always listen to your body. Honor yourself. Honor your practice. If something doesn't suit you, you can skip it. Maybe find child's pose or shavasana or just down dog at any point throughout practice. If you choose to flow along with me, always honoring yourself. Taking breaks, rest, whenever your body needs it. But with that, always challenging yourself a little bit more. When you need to. Allowing yourself to push yourself past your limits, past your comfort zone, to help you grow and to help you find that strength within yourself. Let's take one more breath here. And one more exhale. And then when you're ready, you're going to start to straighten the legs, point the toes towards the top of the mat, start to reach the arms up and overhead for a nice good morning awakening stretch. Pointing through the toes, reaching the fingertips back, really finding that long stretch from the toes all the way towards the fingertips. Big inhale. And then as you exhale, start to draw the knees towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, keeping the eyes closed. Maybe a little rock from side to side here. Little gentle movements. And then when you're ready, starting to interlace your hands onto the right shin. You're going to plant the left leg onto the mat. So either the left foot drops onto the mat, or maybe you straighten the leg and drop the left leg onto the mat. Start to draw the right knee in towards your chest, flex through the right foot, flex through the left foot. Then maybe start to take some rocks from side to side in the right knee. The right leg moves from side to side, starting to open up through that right hip. Really noticing how that feels. Maybe you even picture the ball and socket joint here moving and awakening. Maybe you start to take some ankle rolls in the right ankle a few times. And then try to find some stillness here and hug the knee a little bit closer in towards your body, holding here. And then start to draw the knee over towards the right shoulder a little bit more. Soften through your shoulders, a little slight tuck of the chin down towards your chest. Press the left foot into the earth and then also forward. So it's like you're standing on that wall in front of you. And then maybe from here, you reach up and grab for the inner or outer arch of the right foot, starting to stack the heel over top of the knee, finding that half happy baby. Flex through the right foot. Maybe it's too much to grab for your foot and you need to reach down and grab for your ankle, your shin, or maybe the back of the leg, and you stay there. The left hand can float and land onto the left hip to help guide the left hip bone down so that both hip bones are pointing up towards the sky. And then hold here. Breathing into that right hip. Closing your eyes, softening your shoulders, and breathing down, using the mind's eye to direct the breath towards that right hip. Just really starting to open up through our hips here before we get moving. Trying to find that stillness, that connection. Notice if your mind is wandering, just check in with yourself and just try to bring that awareness back to the breath or back to that intention here. Let's take one more inhale here and one more exhale. Start to draw the heel back towards the glute, draw the knee back in through center, plant the left foot, so the opposite foot onto the earth, hook the right ankle over the left thigh. So you're coming into a figure four shape here. The right knee is pointing out towards the right edge of the mat. Right toes are flexed, the right foot is flexed to protect that right knee. You can stay here. Maybe this is enough for your body today, or maybe you start to reach in and grab for the left hamstring. Slight tuck of the chin here. Maybe you can even grab for the left shin, making sure that the right ankle is flexed. Start to draw the knee a little closer towards your body. And just making sure that left knee is in line with the left shoulder, not drawing in towards your chest. Big inhale here. And then as you exhale, can you draw the right knee towards the top right corner of your mat? And then hold here. Breathe here. Should feel a nice sensation on the outer right hip. Take those big belly breaths, sending the breath towards the belly. And then as you exhale, can you soften your shoulders, soften your jaw, and breathe. Big inhale. And big exhale. Let's hold for just 2 more breaths here. Maybe take some ankle rolls with the left ankle this time. And just 1 more inhale. Then as you exhale, slowly release the grip. Plant the left foot back onto the earth. And then start to draw the right knee in towards your chest. Start to draw the left knee in towards your chest. A little rock from side to side here. Just noticing the difference in the body. Maybe the right hip feels a little more open than the left. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. And then when you're ready, switching sides, start to interlace the hands onto the left shin, flex through the left foot, and then you can plant the right foot onto the earth or maybe extend the right leg long. Flex through the right foot here and find some stillness. And then when you're ready, start to rock the left knee, the left leg from side to side. Little gentle movements, starting to open up that left hip, taking some circles in one direction and then the other. And then maybe start to hug the left knee in towards your chest and start to take those ankle rolls a few times with the left ankle. And then when you're ready, starting to draw the left knee towards the left shoulder, hug it in, squeeze it in, really starting to open up into that left hip. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you want to reach up and grab for that half happy baby by reaching up and grabbing for the outer inner arch of the left foot. The right hand lands onto the right hip to help guide the right hip down. Stacking the left heel over the left knee. Maybe it's too much to grab the foot, so you grab for the ankle, the shin, or maybe even the back of the thigh, so the hamstring here, and you hold here. Close your eyes, soften your shoulders, breathe into that left hip. Using that mind's eye to direct your breath down towards the left hip here. And just find stillness, maybe bringing that attention, that awareness onto the breath, or maybe back to that intention, that mantra. If the mind starts to wander, just coach it to come back. You are in control. You are the witness. You get to control where your mind is going. If it starts to run away from you, gets out of hand, you can bring it back. Start to bring that awareness back to what you want to bring it to. Maybe it's the breath. Maybe it's just the heat of the room or the music around you. Maybe it's just how your body feels. Let's take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, you can start to send the heel towards the glutes, start to draw the left knee back in towards your chest. Right foot plants onto the earth, and then take that left ankle and cross it over the right thigh, opening the left knee over towards the left. Flex that left heel to protect that the left knee. And then you can stay here. Maybe this is enough for you, or maybe you start to reach up and grab for the hamstring or even the shin of the right leg. Notice that right knee as it drawing in towards center. Start to draw it towards the right shoulder so that it's directly aligned to the right shoulder. Close your eyes here and breathe into that left outer hip. Can you tuck your chin towards the chest a little bit more? Soften your shoulders. Maybe take some right ankle rolls here. Just appreciating our joints, our body for what it is, where it's at in this moment. And just 2 more breaths. And 1 more inhale. As you exhale, release the right leg down and start to draw both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe noticing the sides. Maybe the left hip feels a little bit more open now. Maybe take some circles with the knees in opposite directions, just moving the knees. And then start to draw the knees towards your chest here. And then draw them out towards the shoulders, the armpits. Hold here, holding onto your shins. Hold, breathe. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you come into full happy baby, reaching up and grabbing for the outer inner arch of your feet. Slight tuck of the chin down towards the chest. nice flat spine. If your sit bones are reaching high, can you sit them back low for that nice flat spine on the earth, all the way from the tip of the tailbone, all the way up towards the crown of the head. Breathe here, soften your shoulders. Find stillness here in our happy baby. Just a few breaths. And then when you're ready, maybe start to rock over towards the left side. Bend the left knee and then straighten the right leg, getting a little deeper into our hamstring. And then inhale back through center and then switch sides. Right heel drops in, left leg floats high, straightening through the left leg as much as you can. Even if it just straightens the littlest amount, you feel that sensation. That's exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. Doesn't need to go fully straight. Inhale back through center, and we'll just go through that one more time on each side. Draw the left heel in, right foot comes up towards the sky, straightening the right leg as much as you can without judgment. Just feel it. Be proud of it. Inhale back through center, and then other side. Noticing if you can get a little bit straighter. Be happy about it. No judging, no criticizing. This is just where you are today, and that's exactly where you're meant to be. Inhale back through center. Start to draw the feet together to touch, palms of the feet together. Knees spread wide. Start to send the knees towards the top edges of the mat. Hold here, finding that butterfly shape, the bound angle shape, but on our backs. The heel should be floating above your pelvis. Maybe you look more up like here, and that's totally okay. Everyone's going to be a little bit different because everyone's hip joints are so different. Meet your body with where it's at. Meet your journey with where it's at. Hold here. Just 3 breaths. And one more inhale. As you exhale, let that go. Take the hands underneath the hamstrings. So grab onto the hamstrings and you just start to rock and roll up the back. If this is too much for your spine, you can always roll over and then meet us in seated, crossing the legs. Just going to open up through our spine a little bit here. Hands plant onto the knees, just going through some seated cat-cows. So as you inhale, you're going to start to puff up the chest. Gaze comes up towards the sky. Sit bones reach back. And then as you exhale, you round your spine, tuck the tailbone under. Your shoulders are going to start to reach up towards your ears, tucking the tailbone, tuck the belly. Inhale, puff up the chest, shoulders squeeze together, gaze lifts high, sit bones reach back. And then exhale, round. Inhale, reaching up. Let's go through that one more time. Exhale, round the spine, tuck everything in, shoulders reach up. Inhale, come back through neutral. Let go of your knees. You're going to roll over your shins, plant the palms onto the earth, step it back, finding your tabletop position. Just go through some regular cat-cows, just 2. So as you inhale, you drop your belly, sit bones reach high, gaze lifts. And then as you exhale, round your spine, tuck the tailbone under, look in towards the belly button. Inhale, lifting the sit bones high, gaze comes up. And exhale, round. Just to warm up the wrists a little bit, find your tabletop, and you're going to start to take some circles over top of your wrist. Just doing that 3 times in one direction, and then 3 times in the other direction. And then we'll take our fingertips, the left fingertips towards the left wall and the right fingertips towards the right, and start to rock the shoulders from side to side, just challenging your mobility in your wrists. Really pressing into the hands. Try not to drop the chest down. You want to press the hands into the earth to really lift up the upper back. Opening up through your wrists here. And then last variation of this, we're going to take our hands and place one of the back of the hands onto the mat. So the right hand, the back of the hand is on the mat. And then the left hand, just spin it towards the front of the space and start to hinge back. So sending the hips back towards the heels and then start to send it forward. And maybe this is enough for you, or maybe you want to try left back of the hand onto the mat, fingers pointing towards the knees, and you just reach back and then forward. Beautiful. If that's too much, you just bring the right hand back, fingertips towards the top of the mat, and work through one side at a time. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, finding your neutral position, plant the hands, really spread the fingertips nice and wide. Press the fingers into the earth, pressing all 10 knuckles down into the earth. Biceps forward, triceps back, tuck your toes under, and then press into the hands to lift the knees. Hovering the knees just off of the mat, hold here, engage your core, tuck the tailbone under slightly, press the earth away, hold. Starting to bring some fire into our practice now. Holding here, bringing some spice, feeling it, challenging your body. And then start to shift the weight into the left toes as you start to hover the right heel off of the earth, sending the right heel towards the glute, turning on the hamstring. Hold here. Press into the earth. Big inhale. As you exhale, right toes down, send the weight into the right foot. Hover the left toes, left heel towards the glute. Hold here. Press into the earth. Really engaging through your core, engaging through your arms. Hold. And then exhale, let that go. Big inhale. And then as you exhale, send the hips up and back, down dog. Finding your down dog. Maybe this is the first of your practice. Pedal it out. Big inhales. And big exhale, just working through the back line of the body, opening up through the calves, the hamstrings, the low back, the shoulders. And then big inhale here, find stillness. Big exhale. Maybe let it go, side out. As you inhale, lift the heels. As you exhale, drop the heels towards the earth. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lifting the heels high. Come high onto the tiptoes. As you exhale, hover the heels down towards the earth. Maybe the toes lift. Inhale, reach the heels high, high onto the tiptoes. Exhale, draw the heels down, lift the toes high. And then when you're ready, shift the weight into the left foot. Inhale, right leg high towards the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip, stacking the right hip on top of the left. Notice that right shoulder did open up. Start to draw the shoulder down so that the shoulders are nice and square to the earth. Big inhale here. Lift the right knee higher using the right glute strength. Equal weight into your hands. Hold here and take 2 circles forward. And then 2 circles back. Beautiful. And then finding that 3-legged dog, straighten the right leg, drop the right hip down to meet the left. Hold here, big inhale. As you exhale, draw the right knee in towards your chest. Hold. And then step it between the palms, drop the back knee down. Come all the way up, Anjaneyasana. Hands reach high towards the sky. Holding here. Think left hip forward, right hip back. And send the hips down towards the earth. Soften the shoulders down the back. Slight engagement of the core here. Breathing. Holding. Big inhale. As you exhale, you're going to drop the left hand down. Reach for that block. This is where your block is going to come in handy. Holding the block here, or maybe you just touch the earth. Reach the right arm up and over towards the left side of the space. Your gaze can be forward, or maybe you start to bring the gaze just under the right tricep and looking up towards the right corner of the room. Can you settle the hips down a little bit more? Notice that right shoulder. Is it rolling over in front? Try to reach it up and back. Spiraling the chest up towards the sky, keeping that broad chest, broad collarbones. Hold here, big inhale. As you exhale, can you hover the hips a little closer towards the earth? And then inhale, reaching up. Left arm meets the right. Drop the right hand down. Maybe reach for your block here. Inhale, create length through the left fingertips. And then start to hinge over the right side. Opening up through the left hip flexor, all the way up through the left side, all the way towards the left fingertips. Hold here. Settle the hips down towards the earth. Notice that left shoulder. Is it rolling down and in? Start to reach it up and back. Breathe here. Big inhale and big exhale. As you inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, take the hands behind the back, interlace the hands, and start to open the chest. Gaze comes up, really opening the chest. Breathing here, squeezing the shoulder blades together. One more inhale. As you exhale, Plant the hand, put the left hand down onto the earth on the inner part of the right foot. Reach the right arm high towards the sky. Gaze can follow the right fingertips. Maybe you need that block underneath the left hand. Take it if you need it. Big inhale here. And start to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, coming into our twisted crescent. Hold here. Twisted lunge. Really firm up the back leg. Come high onto the back toes, really engaging that left quad. Press down into the left hand, bicep forward, tricep back, hold here. Maybe you stay here and this is enough. We're gonna come back here. So maybe this is enough for you and you stay here. Or maybe you start to point all 10 toes towards the right wall, coming onto the right outer edge of the right foot and the outer edge of the left foot. Hold here. This could be enough. Maybe you stay here. Or maybe you press into the left hand, hover the right foot, lift the right knee high. Maybe you come into your side plank. Maybe you drop the bottom knee down. Or maybe you come into wild thing. Hold here, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Take what you need, hold here for 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, gaze comes down. Draw the right knee in towards your chest and then step it forward. We're all gonna meet back. Twisted crescent here. Big inhale. Start to come up into crescent lunge. Reach the hands high towards the sky, high onto those back toes. Hold. Left hip forward, right hip back. Create strength in the legs by squeezing the legs in towards midline. Big inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to bend the elbows down as you drop the left knee down towards the earth. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach it high, stay here. As you exhale, hands come to heart center, shift forward. Thunderbolt pose, left hip forward, right hip back. Maybe you stay here. Really engage your core either way. Or maybe you start to send your weight towards that right foot. Hover the back toes, warrior 3. Hands at heart center. Flex through the left foot, drop the left hip down, little bend through that right knee, broaden through your collarbones, hold here. Breathe here. Can you send the chest a little bit down, closer towards the earth? Challenging your body, challenging your strength. Big inhale breath. Big exhale. As you inhale, starting to come back up, draw the left knee in towards your chest. Everyone meets here, holding here. Start to draw the left knee out towards the left. Take that left ankle and cross it over the right thigh. Avoid that knee joint here. Hands come to heart center. Start to send your hips back and sit low. Bending through the right knee. Keeping the shoulders high. Try not to fold forward. Flex that left foot. Find your stability. Knowing that shaking is totally okay. You're challenging your body. You're challenging your depth. You're challenging that comfort zone. Hold here. Big inhale. Exhale, can you sit a little deeper? And then now I want you to picture yourself going into a warrior 2, sending the left foot back. Picture it. And then take it there. So take that left foot, step it back, warrior 2. Left toes towards the left side of the room. Right toes towards the front of the mat. Arms reach high. Arms reach long. And your right fingertips. Sending your gaze towards the right fingertips. Settle the hips down. Notice that right knee. Is it dropping in towards center? Start to draw it towards the pinky toe edge of the foot on that right foot. Settle the hips down. Slight tuck of the tailbone under. Engage your core. Hold here. Stay here. And I want you to picture yourself going right back into our standing figure 4, right where we just were. So picture it, and then starting to send your weight to the right foot. Step into it, maybe draw the knee in towards your chest. Maybe you step down, that's okay. And then cross the left ankle over the right thigh, sit low. Beautiful. Let's do that 2 more times. Picture it. See yourself going into warrior 2, and then step into it. Beautiful. Hold here. And then when you're ready, coming right back where we came, left knee in towards your chest, open up, standing figure 4. Settle the hips down. One more time here. Inhale, stand up, step the left foot back. Warrior two. Settle in. Picture it. And then when you're ready, step forward, standing figure four. Beautiful. Big inhale here. Drop the left foot down. Arms reach high towards the sky. Big inhale to create length. As you exhale, bring your hands to heart center or maybe by your sides. Find Tadasana, mountain pose. Equal weight to the feet. Firm up the quads, your glutes, your core. Stand strong. Stand proud. Like the warrior that you are. Notice your thoughts. Are they going to judgment, doubt? Take that away. And just stand here proud of yourself. Proud of yourself for moving, for showing up. Just being here is all that matters. You doing it. You stepping out of your comfort zone and you showing up on your mat today. That's what matters. And when you're ready, inhale, reach up, look up. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. And then as you exhale, plant the palms, step it back, find your high plank. Know that this variation is enough. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you go directly into down dog, or maybe you cycle through chaturanga, shift forward, bend the elbows back. As you inhale, press up into your upward dog, and then exhale, down dog. Hold here. And then we're going to go through that on the other side. When you're ready, inhale, left leg floats high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Equal weight through the hands. Press into the fingers and to the knuckles. And then you can start to take those circles in the knee. And then the other direction. And then start to straighten through the left leg. Find your three-legged dog. Drop the left hip down to meet the right. Big inhale here. As you exhale, you draw the left knee in towards your chest. And then step it forward. Drop the back knee down. Untuck the back toes. Settle the hips down. Anjaneyasana, arms reach high. Breathing here. Big inhale. Create length. As you exhale, can you settle the hips a little lower? Going to take that little bend, side bend here. Right hand drops down towards the block or the earth. Start to hinge over towards the right side. Left fingertips towards the top right corner of the space. Can you settle the hips a little lower? Think about really stretching from the left hip all the way up towards the left fingertips. Hold here. Maybe the gaze comes under the left tricep. Big inhale and big exhale. As you inhale, coming back through center. Other side, left hand down. Find the block, maybe the earth. Hinge over towards the left side of the space. Notice that right shoulder. Is it rolling in? Open it up. Gaze comes towards the right tricep. Settle the hips down. Right hip forward, left hip back. Big inhale here. Big exhale. As you inhale, bringing the left arm up. Exhale, hands come behind the back. Maybe interlace the opposite direction if you remember. Inhale to puff up the chest. As you exhale, open up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Gaze can come up towards the sky. Big inhale breath here. As you exhale, let that go. Right hand down onto the earth as the left hand reaches up towards the sky. Gaze follows the left fingertips. Hold here. Right hip forward, left hip back. Think about squeezing the legs in towards one another, in towards midline to strengthen through your legs. Tuck the back toes under. When you're ready, lift the back knee, holding here, and you know where we're going. So maybe you stay here and this is enough for you, but always challenging yourself if you can. Sending all the toes towards the left side of the room, dropping onto the outer edges of the feet. Hold here. Maybe this is enough. Maybe it's not. Maybe you want to come into side plank, really press into the right hand, start to hover the left toes off of the earth, send the left foot onto the right. Side plank, maybe drop the bottom knee down, or stay in your side plank, or maybe taking the left foot, planting onto the earth behind the right, Coming into wild thing. Breathe here. 3 breaths. Gaze comes towards the left fingertips in your wild thing. Big inhale. As you exhale, slowly unwind. Draw the left knee in towards your chest. Step it forward. Find crescent lunge. Inhale, hands high. Right hip forward, left hip back. High onto the back toe. Firm up the quad of the right leg. Big inhale to create length here. As you exhale, bend the elbows, cactus. Drop the back knee down. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, settle the hips. Inhale, reach high. One more exhale. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Thunderbolt pose, start to hinge the chest forward. Left hip back, right hip forward. High onto the back toes. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you hover the right toes. And take your time. You don't have to get into it really quickly. Building that strength between poses. Maybe you wobble, that's okay. Little bend through the left knee. Really kick the right heel back. Big inhale here. Big exhale. Holding here. Really think of up dog in the chest. Engage your core. Right hip drops down a little bit more. Maybe you wobble. It's all good. Big inhale. Big exhale. As you inhale, draw the right knee towards your chest. Stand tall. Right knee in. Holding here. Hands come to heart center. Hold here. Start to open the right knee up towards the right side. Hook the right ankle onto the left thigh. Find that standing figure 4 and start to send the hips back as you start to sit the hips down. Shoulders are nice and broad. Really squeezing the shoulder blades together. Puff up through the chest. Engage your core. Sit the hips a little lower. Maybe you wobble. Flex through that right foot to protect the knee, like we did in the earlier pose. Hold here. Finding that stability, finding that drishti, that center gaze. Quiet your mind. Come back to the present moment, the mantra. Breathing here. And then I want you to picture warrior 2, and then I want you to step into it when you're ready. Warrior 2, right toes out towards the right side of the mat, left toes towards the top of the mat. Settle the hips down, tuck the tailbone under, engage your core, arms reach out wide. Breathing here. Can you settle the hips a little lower? Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Big inhale breath. Big exhale. One more inhale. We're going to go back to exactly where we were, setting the weight into the left foot, step forward. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Sit deep. Remembering to move slow when you're ready. Step it back. Warrior 2. How graceful can you move? How slow and controlled can you move? When you're ready, coming back up, standing figure 4. Maybe you step that right foot down, that's okay. Knowing that your body is where it's at and it's exactly where it needs to be. When you're ready, stepping back, last time. Warrior. Hold. Big inhale here. When you're ready, stepping forward. Coming into that standing figure 4. Beautiful. Inhale, reach high, drop the right foot down. Gaze lifts up. As you exhale, hands come to heart center, tuck your tailbone under. Hold here. Tadasana, maybe your hands come by your sides. Close your eyes and feel your heartbeat. Maybe even place your hands on your heart and just notice it, feel it. Feel alive. Feel connected. Notice your thoughts, check in with yourself. Be proud of yourself here. You're alive. You're moving your body, you're breathing. That's all that matters. One more inhale. And one more exhale. As you inhale, reaching all the way up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. As you exhale, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Maybe you drop your knees, or maybe you meet us in down dog. Shift forward. Cycle through chaturanga if that's in your practice. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Take a big inhale breath here. As you exhale, drop the knees Untuck the toes, settle it back. Find your child's pose. Arms reach out towards the top of the mat. Close your eyes. And just feel alive. Feel that breath, feel that heartbeat. And be so proud of yourself for showing up for yourself today. Moving, breathing, connecting. Learning something about yourself every single time you show up on this mat. Taking lessons out of every practice. How can you improve your mind? How can you improve your body? How can you just accept yourself for exactly how you are and where you are in this moment? Really slowing down the heartbeat, slowing down the breath, allowing yourself to completely let go of your practice. Softening through your shoulders and your jaw, quieting the mind. And you can stay here in your child's pose, or maybe you start to come onto the back, rolling up, setting the legs around, and coming into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Maybe you draw the knees in towards your chest first, give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug, big inhale breath here. And then as you exhale, let it all go onto the earth, finding Shavasana. Tucking the shoulder blades together, reaching the arms out wide, palms face up towards the sky, heels come towards the top corner edges of your mat. Allow the feet to open up. And just let go. Let go of your practice, let go of your breath. Allow everything to find stillness, calmness, a nice calm ease. Completely unwinding, completely letting go and surrendering here. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, side out, let it go. And melting into the earth. I challenge you here to stay in this pose for anywhere for the next 5 minutes. And I challenge you to stay in this pose for about 3 or 5 minutes, challenging yourself to find stillness as long as you can before the world starts to rush back in. Take this time for yourself, this stillness, this energy to just let go and soak in all the benefits of your practice today. I want to thank each and every one of you for practicing with me. From my heart to yours, namaste.